Thank you, Mark. Our next inductee played his entire 14-year career with the Montreal Alouettes and is a member of the Canadian Football Hall of Fame. This is Peter Dalla.
Peter Dalla came to Canada from Treviso, Italy in 1953 and seemed destined to become one of Canada's most popular athletes. He played with the Burlington Braves and Oakville Black Knights of the Junior Football League before joining the Montreal Alouettes. As an Alouette, he was the leading receiver in 1970, 72, 75, 76, and 77. Dalla Riva still holds the club record for touchdown catches, and his famed 74 jersey was retired by the Alouettes in 1981. He was inducted into the Canadian Football Hall of Fame in 1993 and has enjoyed working on the selection committee since 1994. Dalla Riva has remained a highly visible member of the Montreal community. He has devoted countless hours to charitable work, playing in over 30 charity golf tournaments a year and visiting the troops in Kandahar in 2012. He has also served as an Alouettes team ambassador. Coach Marv Levy was the head coach for the Alouettes from 1973 to 1977 and is also a Gridiron Greats board member.
Peter Dalla Riva, a Gridiron Great, you bet. In my 47 years as a head coach, only 5 of them were in the Canadian Football League, but one of the most memorable men I coached during that long career was Peter Dalla Riva, the greatest tight end in the history of the CFL. He was a Canadian Football League version of Mike Ditka. Great ability, great character, and he was a character. Peter Dalla Riva, welcome to the Gridiron Greats.
Dalla Riva is the 8th CFL great named to the Gridiron Greats Hall of Fame, joining Angela Mosca, Hugh Campbell, Matt Dunnigan, Ray Ellegard, Danny McManus, and Leo Ezrins. Dalla Riva still lives in Montreal with his wife Carol, and they have 2 children, daughter Lisa and son Matt. They also enjoy their 3 grandchildren, Emma, Max, and Sophie.
The Gridiron Greats are proud to induct Peter Dalla Riva into their Hall of Fame.
Thank you very much. I'm just an immigrant from Italy, so a lot of things happened to me, and I've been really honored by it and touched by it, my whole family. But first of all, I'd like to congratulate all the other inductees that are getting into the hall today. Excuse me. Also, I'd like to thank the selection committee, Mike Ditka, Shannon, Karen, and especially this morning when I was at the symposium, I listened to people speak about what the Hall of Fame does, the Gridiron Hall of Fame, and I was really touched by it, all the work that they've done. And they deserve a lot of credit, and they've worked hard, and they made this weekend for me really memorable for myself and my family. I also like to mention a couple of people. Some of the support that we've been getting in the CFL is a fellow that runs the Canadian Football Hall of Fame. And I can stand up if you could, Mark DeNoble. Mark, thank you. And another ex-Gridiron that runs our CFL Alumni Association Executive Director is Leo Ezrins. Thank you. I'd like to touch on Coach Levy. Levy came to us in 73 to 78. He played 5 years with us, and he just turned the whole franchise around. As a matter of fact, he kind of changed the whole league around, just by changing the rules. We never had blocking in 3rd down punts. I know you guys play 4 downs. We play 3 downs up there. And he got that changed. And one of the reasons, too, I think we had a fellow by the name of Johnny Rogers. I think a lot of you remember him, a great athlete. And also '75, Marv Levy started a no-huddle offense. And I know a lot of people thought he brought it to Buffalo with him, no. But he made us, the whole league, to pay attention on special teams, which we never really did before. It was just loosey-goosey, but he made everybody aware of it. So I know Marv's not with us tonight. I know I miss him. I just like to thank him for what he did. I know what he did for me too. He made me a better ball player, a better person. I'd like to thank my family. I'd like to thank my wife Carol, and my son Mark and Lisa, and my brothers and sister. It's a long list, so I won't mention their names. But I just didn't start playing the game until I was really 20. And 2 years later, I'm playing pro ball in Montreal. And the biggest thing it did for me was give me an education. And some of the people I met, and the two names that you mentioned before, Mrs. Mackey, John Mackey, and Mr. Ditka, being a tight end. They're the two guys that I've always admired and watched when they play. And that's how I picked up some tips sometimes, being a tight end. And that's God honest truth. And what I remember playing this game, I have three things that I've always went by. You play this game hard, you play within the rules, and you play to win. Thank you.